was okay until that happened. Yeah, I'm very lucky. So before I go into my little story, I just wanted to do a couple quick housekeeping notes. We are going to be working on getting the slides and video online and available through email. Right now, pull out a pen and paper. If you don't have this already, we have an email account, which is saskendowarriors@hotmail.com. And please remember that this is not specifically for people with endometriosis. This is just, it's just the email. saskendowarriors with an S @hotmail.com. On Facebook, we have a support group, which a few of us started a little over a year ago, and it's actually quite, I was telling somebody this morning, in the last 3 days, with all of the lead up to this conference, we have gained over 20 members now in the last 3 days, and it took us a year to get over 100, so that's pretty spectacular. And I think that that obviously shows the power of talking about it and the importance of it. And somebody had mentioned before, how do we lobby to get a pelvic pain clinic here? How do we lobby to get endometriosis diagnosed as a permanent disability? And the way is to talk about it. And it is easy. It is. People want to listen to our stories because they are not talked about it. It is something new. But it hasn't been hard to get media coverage for my own personal stories as well as for this. It takes phone calls, it takes a little bit of effort, but for the most part, for the most part, it's, okay, now I've lost my train of thought. That's another thing. Sorry for rambling or losing my train of thought because I'm very, very medicated. Okay, housekeeping, blah, 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 blah. If you got here late, I would still like you to please register at the table outside so we can see how many people got here and where you came from, because we want to check out our demographic. And also come and see me really quickly afterwards to get a lanyard. I can't stay after this very much because I'm going to MC a wedding, so I'm pretty much here and gone because I don't know why. Okay. My name is Laura Cohn. My story is, as John said, both uniquely my own and the same as so many others. I've suffered, I have lost, I have hurt. I remember a fall day when I had to sit on the side of the road. I simply couldn't make it the 3 blocks home from school. I woke up with my schoolmate's mother standing over me, and that was the first time that I ever passed out from the pain. I remember layering 2 overnight pads to try and catch the blood soaking through my extra strong tampon, and I would still leak through my clothes before 1 hour class ended. I would look around at the other girls in school and wonder how they did it, because of course my doctor told me that my symptoms were normal. So I thought, all of the other girls were just stronger than me. Finally, I went on birth control at 13 to control my symptoms. It would work for a while, so I would go on another and another, a different pill, patch, shot, ring, whatever. And they all eventually stopped working, and the pain always came raging back. I got older and a little wiser. I changed doctors again and again until I found one who finally listened, one who didn't think I was crazy, seeking attention, or pushing for drugs. I had just started adult life and went through job after job, 1 ER visit after another, scans, tests, and misdiagnoses. It was a roller coaster of doctors and meds and pain, pain, pain. At 21, I finally received a diagnosis. I had a name, I had a path, and the surgery stopped the pain for a month. Then it came raging back. But I had a name now, and I was hunting it down. I researched and asked questions, and I knew I would figure this out because I'm a fixer, and I can fix anything. The symptoms kept getting worse. They became constant and kept getting more and more painful. I would spend hours crying in the scalding hot bath or curled in a ball on the bathroom floor. I could no longer even pretend to sleep until I hit the point each week or so when my body simply couldn't keep going, and then I would crash for days. I couldn't have sex. I lost my orgasm. I couldn't run, play basketball, do yoga. The pain kept me in a permanently hunched position, and I hurt from head to toe. I was finally able to get the best help available, thanks to my dad and my amazing family and friends. At this point, I had been through too many surgeries to expect a miracle, but man, I still hoped. But it didn't matter, not really. I was better, but not better. I sustained nerve damage, muscle and tissue damage, pelvic floor dysfunction, and damage to major organs, simply because I had to wait too long. I've come a long way, and the reason for this is my team. My husband, my family, my friends, my doctors, my physio. Aw, I'm gonna cry. My therapist, and all of the practitioners who've helped me along the way. I'm lucky to have them, but I had to work too hard to find them. This is why I'm trying to be an advocate for the women of Saskatchewan, to keep them from having to go through what I've gone through. They shouldn't have to do it alone. I know that I'm lucky. You guys are gonna like this one. I know that I don't have cancer. I know that. I know that I look fine. I know I have love in my life, and I have a home to protect me. But I also know that I've lost jobs, lost friends, and lost a lot of opportunities. I spent my trip to Paris in a hospital room. I've watched the life that Brad and I were building crumble before my eyes. I didn't get to take my niece to her first or her second concert. I have learned to stop counting on plans to work out. Ooh. Powerful psychological, we talk about it, twinges. I've lost my short-term memory and my ability to take part in conversations like I used to. The fog created by meds and pain has dulled my once sharp mind. I know that I will never see my features or Brad's in a newborn baby's face. I won't get to spoil my grandchildren. I know that I've placed, crap, you guys. I know that I've placed a financial burden on my aging father that I will never be able to repay. I know that there were a lot of days when it seemed a lot easier to just give up. But I am a warrior. I have more scars than Edward Scissorhands, and I've learned to wear them with pride. I do. I cherish the stories that they tell and the journey that they show. I will not be beaten down. Even on the days when the pain and exhaustion reduce my stride to a crawl, because I am a warrior, and that's what warriors do. You are a warrior. You are getting stronger as your journey goes on. You are surrounded by your fellow warriors who understand your pain, understand your, I'm fine. Even if you never speak with them or see them, you are not alone. 1 in 10 women suffer from endometriosis alone, not including other pelvic issues. You are surrounded by people who do get it. We get that some days are just too hard, but that's okay because tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow you will start the fight all over again because that's what warriors do.